At the ERA Coalition and the Fund for Women's Equality, two sister organizations working to ensure legal and lived equality for everyone in the U.S., we are building a diverse movement of organizations across the country to inspire action and change hearts and minds through innovative advocacy campaigns and tools.
We are fighting systemic inequalities that we all face. That's why we're building a movement of movements. The Equal Rights Amendment is imperative to protecting the rights we see under attack today. Sex inequality impacts everyone. Our intersectional approach will ensure the Equal Rights Amendment is recognized as the 28th Amendment in our Constitution, so that all people in America are represented and protected at the highest level of our democracy. So how do we do this?
Through our policy work on the Hill, we are advocating for passage of legislation to remove any barriers to recognition of the Equal Rights Amendment as a 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Our advocacy work has led to the successful passage of a resolution to remove the time limit in the House in the past two congressional sessions.
We are using different strategies to move the ERA forward.
Our coalition of almost 300 partner organizations representing nearly 80 million people is pushing for intersectional equality that recognizes our lived experiences.
With our unique movement of partners across the country and across sectors, representing a broad array of missions working toward gender and racial justice, reproductive justice, LGBTQIA+ rights, climate justice, workers' rights, and more.
Working with our partner organizations, we co-create digital and social media campaigns, offer training opportunities, build alliances, and uplift each other's messaging on equality and justice.
So what are some examples of our campaigns?
Our Elect Equality campaign provides voters the opportunity to see where their candidates for office stand on the ERA and issues of equality.
Elect Equality is helping us push for policy change while educating the general public about the importance of staying in tune with important issues year-round to protect and advance our rights.
We also have Women Court.
We incorporated an organization with the idea that this would be the first woman the government would actively fight to expand protections for, because she's not a woman at all. And unfortunately, our government thinks corporations matter more than women in the United States.
Using Women Court, we are creating culture change through pop culture, working with influencers and using disruptive strategies to engage the masses and invite them to join in the fight for the Equal Rights Amendment.
And through social media, we use new and alternative ways to reach out to young people through TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels.
But wait, there is more.
Our state law audit project is facilitating the review of state statutes and administrative codes for compliance with the 28th Amendment, while also building state-level connections and partnerships.
So that, in a nutshell, is what we do at the ERA Coalition. But our work doesn't end here, and that's where the Fund for Women's Equality comes in.
With the Fund for Women's Equality, we are increasing public understanding of the need to ensure the equal treatment of people on the basis of sex in the Constitution.
As part of this mission, the Fund and the ERA Coalition co-host a town hall series that brings the Equal Rights Amendment and intersecting and related issues to the public through almost monthly discussions with ERA Coalition partners, leading experts, advocates, and elected officials.
Because the voices of historically marginalized people are often missing in these movements and discussions, but they are actually critical to moving them forward, we created a platform to highlight them.
Through our Equal Voice, Equal Future and Equal Voice, Equal Vote programs, we amplify issues of importance to BIPOC and LGBTQIA+ people
By spotlighting storytellers from these communities and encouraging people to share what are the social issues that matter to them.
And in conjunction with partners like Global Grow Media, the Representation Project, Color Congress, Latina Media, and Ms. Foundation, we are highlighting written and digital media content that discusses policies and social issues with the goal of game-changing impact on issues like labor force participation and unequal pay.
This is our way of building a more inclusive movement for equality for all. Through our programs, we are creating change and educating the public on the need to end sex inequality for everyone in the United States, so that progressive cultural and social change in our nation are a reality.